Dude, it's starting to get to the point now where I can take a decent photo without even trying. I remember there was a time I legit had to just think about like fucking all this other shit. Like, well, fucking let's look for leading lines, or let's look for let's make it backlit. Let's look for something like a frame within the frame.
Yeah.
Let's look for a nice reflection or something. Catch light, blah blah blah. These things are now becoming standard. It's like I see that shit everywhere. I go leading line here, fucking look at right there.
Yeah, everything composition wise exists in nature. Like everything, it's all around us. Once you lock into composition, you could make a frame out of any fucking thing, man.
Yeah, you start to see the spots for photos, and you see it all the time. You go, okay, you're not gonna put something where there's a line leading out right behind the person. If there's something behind them that's a line heading upwards or to the sides, you're gonna fucking make sure there's a lot of separation between them and that thing. So have them further away so that the blurriness can kick, shallow depth of field. If I'm shooting outside, I always go shallow depth of field now. If I'm shooting outside without a, if I'm shooting candids without artificial lighting, I try to create separation all the time between the background and my subject. I don't shoot people directly in front of a wall or even close to it.
Right.
So shit like that. So people see it and they go, "Oh, wow, that's a good photo. Oh, wow, that's a good photo." And in my head, I'm like, "That's a basic ass photo." Okay. What I consider to be a great photo now is the shit I did with fucking Matthew and that woman, bro. Dude, you know how enjoyable that is? Like shooting, like making real art out of photography, bro. That shit is real fucking art. What I made there, man.
It was so cool that you brought those two together. Like, you're talking about the one from the Tri-Cities?
Yeah.
Yeah, you brought those two together. They didn't even know each other, and they just trusted you enough to like make art with them. You know.
Dude, that's fucking insane. Like I orchestrated that whole thing, and there's two things to it. I think I'm good.
Okay, I'll go put it down.
There's two things to it, man. And that's a good ass blunt, by the way.
Some good shit.
But dude, I created this fucking masterpiece, totally orchestrated by me, and I had a lot of help. And the only reason I had help, like you said, is because people trust my vision.
Right.
Okay, so I'm able to call a guy with vintage cars and just go, "Can you bring your car?" That motherfucker took time off from work on 2 nights' notice to bring that car, bro. That's the kind of power I wield right now with my photography.
Yeah, man.
And now I'm gonna give them a gift. I'm giving them a 20 by 30 of my. I guess, dude, I hate to say it because I don't really want to say that, but I think 100 Mile to the Sun is my greatest photo.
That is a good photo, man. It's a really nice photo. It's dreamy. It'd be cool if somebody used that as their book cover, you know?
Thanks, by the way.
Yeah, man. I wasn't really too happy with the photos I got that day, but I was really happy with the video I got.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing with you, man. And, our friendship is growing, you know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like, if we're not hanging out, I fucking miss you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know. I was like, oh, this motherfucker is actually my friend now. Whereas at first it was like, oh, let's work together and see how it goes. And then fucking, we're actually, like, fucking friends now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was actually telling Jay, you're the quickest I've become friends with somebody since fucking Josh. And Josh is one of my best friends of all time. That's why I fucking go on and on about him. We hang out all the time and fucking shit like that. He's been my guy for fucking, like, 9 years, bro. You know? And then my other friend Brian, but we're all like in a group chat. Like they're the people that I consider like friends.
Yeah,
like these are my friends for the rest of my life, kind of thing, you know. So yeah, man. I don't know how we got on this fucking conversation, but yeah, how the fuck did we get on that conversation? We were talking about the
we were talking about how I wasn't too happy with what my photos were.
Oh yeah. So I fucking keep it real with you, okay? And you can keep it real with me.
Yeah.
I think that the reason you're a fucking artistic genius, but you don't specialize, and I think that's hurting you.
It could be.
I think that's hurting you. I know you want to be 50-50, but you're such a fucking genius that if you decided to focus on one thing, bro, you'd be one of the best at that one thing because you're really good at two things. Mm-hmm. But if you just go, movie Mike makes movies, then you'll be a fucking amazing filmmaker. If you go, movie Mike makes just videos or he's just a cinematographer, you'd be a fucking genius one. If you decided you were going to be a photographer, you'd be a genius one. Mm-hmm. But I think you should probably narrow it down, man. Right. You can still have success being involved in all of them equally, but I feel like a specialist makes the most money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you go into the medical field, the cardiologist makes more money than your general practitioner. Okay. You know, he makes a lot more money because he's the best at what he does. Mm-hmm. That's my goal with photography. Like, I wanted to do video at first, and then I realized photography was getting me more attention. So I made myself like photography more than video. I made it happen. I didn't go, I'm doing video and photography. Right. Because I thought to myself, I said, if I do that, which is my inclination, I'm never going to be the best I can be. Or the best at that one thing, at any one thing. And my whole life, I've just been too many different things. Now I'm just zoned in, bro. Right. I'm like a fucking cannon. I'm a fucking photographer who does video for fun. So I'll help out on a video shoot, I'll direct a video or a movie. But I'm a photographer, you know. And the moment I decided that maybe I'm doing too many movies, then you know what I'll do? I'll go, well, that's what I do is movies, and I would stop photography. Right. But I wouldn't be like I'm doing both, you know. So
I do feel torn. I feel torn between all the different things that I put my time into. I see the level of work I'm at right now with my cinematography, and I know it's not good to compare yourself, but I know where I could be, and in my bubble, in my world, I ain't shit right now. I don't move the camera on a fucking dolly, you know, and get cinematic shots. Most of my shit is handheld, and I know how to move the camera if I have a gimbal, access to one. But that's what makes me not passionate about video right now, is the lack of tools that I have to get the job done. If I could pump like a fucking HMI light through a window and light up the living room of a house, fill it with mist, like get a cinematic shot inside somebody's house, I would feel like I would be contributing more to that world of the cinematography. I'd be speaking their language. But right now, just I'm at this level, and I need to get to the next level. And I think I want that to be my specialist. I want to be a cinematographer, man. I know photography, it only helped me like get the composition for that world, but either way, it's something that I was doing since I was a teenager, is like holding a video camera. So why not just continue doing that shit?
Yeah. I hear you, man, and I have the same feeling about ultimately where I do focus on photography, but I think if I'm having success getting into movies, I might just switch to movies and apply all that photography knowledge to that, because I think I've become a decent photographer, like one where I feel like. But then again, wherever you're at, you always think you're really good. At least for me. Like, I thought my shit I was doing last summer was amazing. Yeah. I think I have maybe two genius shoots last summer. Whereas now I have like regular fucking genius shoots, like the shit with the cars, this shit from the other day, and I haven't even gotten to the best ones yet, bro. Right. Like I got to, like those were 4 pictures. I haven't even gotten to the ones with just her and the piano, bro. Right. Dude, I got some shit with her and the piano, bro. Okay? Some fucking shit. Some backlit fucking dust around her and the light coming through the dust and coming through her hair, bro. Bro. Tell me, yo, look at this shit, man. Yo, like some shit like that. Like, no matter what the shoot is, I think if you were there, I'm pretty sure if you were there, it would have been even better. But I'm very happy.
Yeah, I am bummed that I wasn't there, man.
You know what? Where the fuck is it? What was I showing you? I was showing you the dust. That's right.
Yeah.
If you this is the real image. You can see the dust here, bro. Right here?
Yeah.
That's an actual dust flake in the air. So in the full resolution, here you can't really see it, but if you zoom in, then you can see it.
Well, you see how the background has an orange light?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, foreground looks like daylight. That's how we should shoot Matt's music videos, just like that.
That's why I shot this like this, man. This was me creating the vision I had for Matt. That's why, dude. I orchestrated this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Because this spot had that
like
piano
storyboard, right?
So I was like, Matt, come, you sit right here, start playing, dude. You know what? Nate has it on video. I'm a fucking maestro, bro. I'm like, Nate. 3 seconds, dude. I was losing my shit because I was by myself. I'm used to working with you now, but I think I'm not happy with how I performed in one of the spaces. But I think I knocked it out the ballpark on 2 of the spaces. We did 3 spaces. We did upstairs at the abandoned building, which is all sucked. Mm-hmm. We did the piano, came out good, and then we did outside with the cars. I haven't even edited that shit yet, bro. I did one of them, but I didn't do the rest. Right. There were some ones where I got some crazy lines with her. Like I had her crossing her legs this way, and her body on the thing like this, so she looked like a fucking S.
Nice, man.
In the sides of the car, bro. Like wait till I get to that shit, bro. You know, like you create patterns with your photography. So imagine applying that, which I think I could, into directing and cinematography too. You know, like just come up with some fucking shots that even when you look at the shot.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the viewer. I'm talking about the person who's enjoying this movie.
Right.
When you see good cinematography where everything is fucking smooth and everything has insane or interesting angles, it makes you, it like relaxes you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man, you're in their hands. Like, you're enjoying that fucking ride, man.
Yeah.
Until something like jumps out that doesn't look right to your eye, and it takes you right out of the story.
Yo, when I lined up this shot, man, I actually lined this angle up too. I lined it and I was like, yo, that straight line, and the angle coming this way, and the curvature, right? So I saw that light coming this way, so I was like, nice hit right there. Then I still posed him too. You know what I'm saying? But I also wanted an angle of what was going on in the back. Yeah. So I like these patterns here that you see. You know, there's like a V. Like a Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like the ball. That's what's going on here. It's just like familiar shapes.
You ever see the greater than and less than and equal to signs? That's what he's making right now. He's fucking greater than.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That is true. This one, bro, which people like I haven't gotten to the rest of them. Was able to create separation between the 2 buildings. When I say separation, frame them between the 2.
Does that building say something on it?
Which one?
Okay. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, it's like a fucking timeless photo, man. Like, you, as long as you're not capturing, like, signs and shit, well, that could exist in any time, you know?
And I had to remove some distractions from it. Like, they had, like, some of the tent here. So I think about distractions, right, from the subject. Right. So if we're going to create a pattern in the photo, which this is kind of a triangle, that's what makes this a great photo.
Right, I see the triangle, yeah.
Because what I did with them is I placed that bag right in between the 2 of them. And sometimes I get like kind of unconscious when I fucking do this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. But I just try to fill in gaps, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want space between the 2 of their legs. That creates that negative space in the bottom here. It sort of takes you away from that shape.
Right, but it's good that it's black. If it was a white space, then it would definitely distract too.
Right.
Like the fact that it's dark is you skip right over that when you're scanning the photo.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, man, and I kind of darken the edges. You know, just so you kind of bring more highlights to their face. I brought the highlights on their face up. So you're just forced to go, oh, these are the two people we're looking at. I feel like.
Is that a sky replacement?
No, that's the actual sky.
Yeah,
Shot on F-16.
So you exposed to the sky then?
I exposed. Actually, I did not expose for the sky. I exposed for them. But I fuck with a lot of editing software, so I'm able to apply heavy contrast to just the sky. You know what I'm saying? Because the sky wasn't like that. It's not a sky replacement. It's just it's bringing the contrast up in just the sky to a high degree.
Right.
So you can really see the clouds and stuff like that. There, you know. I like sky in my photo. I know a lot of photographers like to do blown out skies and like white skies, and those are beautiful, but it's just not me.
Right.
I want to see the sky. I want to travel.
Yeah, I like seeing the sky, like especially sunsets and shit. Yeah, though it just adds that, like skies are one of a kind, man. Like it's never the same.
Never the same. It's such an interesting backdrop.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the sky. The sky is never the same.
Yeah.
And the colors that it has, you know, which I think the most beautiful ones are. The most beautiful skies are the lavender and salmon skies.
What the fuck? Did you just hit me with some lavender and salmon?
You ever seen them? Lavender and salmon skies?
No, man.
Alright, man. Let me show it to you.
Lavender and salmon together. So it's like a pinkish, purplish sky.
Yeah. Lavender and salmon sky. Yeah, man. Some shit like this. Like there's times the skies are like that.
What conditions are? It's just random.
It's like sunset kind of, twilight sunset.
Yeah, it's I know like blue hour, like right after the sun goes down, oftentimes casts like a different kind of hue in the sky.
It's very rare that you see these, but and that's what makes them beautiful, right? Rare things are more beautiful, I think. People value rarity, man, to a crazy degree. Diamonds are supposedly rare, so they're highly valuable, which is really not the case. Diamonds are not rare.
Diamonds don't mean shit to people in like the countries that mine them. I maybe it means freedom to them, but like they're just like used to giving it to people,
Yeah.
I guess you would grow anything that your currency is in the economic system would get a little old to you. Like money don't mean shit to some people, Things we take for granted, others wish they had, Dude, I want to get a piece of land somewhere. Little getaway spot,
When you say somewhere, you mean in the Northeast?
Yeah, it could be anywhere around here, like someplace remote.
You said anywhere around here?
Yeah, anywhere like in the upstate area. And then eventually, I would love to get a piece of land in other states and countries, but I haven't put that in my vision yet.
I definitely want to do it and get it.
It's fucking cold out here, isn't it, man?
Yeah, I'm freezing. That's what I was about to say. Like, I need a house where it's warm, man. Like,
yeah.
Like this fucking cold shit, bro. Like, it's too often. Like, I don't mind being cold for a bit,
right?
But I don't want to be cold most of the year. Like, I'd like to be cold at most half the year. Like maybe like for like 5 or 6 months it's cold. But here, man, it's cold 8 months a year at least. At least at minimum. Like, I'm talking late September or late September to fucking what are we in now? May?
We're about to be in June.
We're about to be in June, and it's fucking cold as shit right now, man.
Yeah.
It's been cold as shit the last couple of days. Like I'm freezing. Like I have to dig my sweaters and shit out, man.
You know what I think about on days like this? I would be out there mowing in this shit. It doesn't matter. Like, the motherfuckers are still trying to get their money for the lawns. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be raining. We'd be fucking mowing away. The fucking grass catcher would be a lot heavier than normal.
You used to work landscaping?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's when you did that?
Yeah, I did that for 2 seasons.
Okay.
And it was the best job I've ever had because I enjoyed the manual labor. I'm like this big fucking brute, man. Like, I think I was supposed to be doing that kind of shit with my body.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be laid off in the fall and winter seasons, and I would be collecting unemployment, and my unemployment at the time wasn't enough for me to survive on.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get another job. But I've flirted with opening up my own business of doing that, getting my own mowers and shit like that. That is like fun to me.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I don't know if I would enjoy doing that. Like, I think just mowing the lawn, like I've had to do regularly in the last couple of places I lived. I can't say I enjoy doing that. It's just one of those things that you feel like you have to do, but definitely don't enjoy doing it.
I don't, dude. You should see my fucking backyard. I hate mowing now. Yeah. It's just while I was doing it, I needed to put my passion into something, and to me, I used to fucking imagine that I was cutting the hair on a giant beast's back, and I was trying to like line them up like a barber, because like you could really maintain lawns. You ever see the fucking funeral home lawns? They got the perfect lines and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you could really manicure a lawn to make it look beautiful, and that's what I like. I got real passionate about it. Like, edging the fucking, like, taking the weed whacker alongside the garden bed in an S shape and shit, getting those clean lines. Like, you felt like you were really designing the lawn. It was... Dude, I'm fucking high right now.
Yo, yeah, me too, man. I'm thinking about... I'm having, like, 2 thoughts at the same time.
That's how high I am. That happens to me too, man.
Like, literally 2 thoughts at the same time, man. But I don't know if that's a good thing. You know?
Yeah. Those type of jobs, though, they say those kind of people have the most satisfaction at the end of their life because they feel like they did something worthy, you know, like with their time.
Movement is life, man. Like, the more you move, the more you live. That's just what it is. Like, a sedentary lifestyle, a lifestyle where you sit around, you're not active, those people just don't live that long.
Right.
So that's where I try to sometimes, you know, being sedentary most of my life, or a lot of my life, I try to stay busy. I try to stay busy. I try to stay moving. Even though I eat a lot, which I do.
Yeah.
I try to stay moving. Like, right now, I'm already rested and recovered. I can go back to moving. Because movement is life. Sitting down on the couch watching TV doing nothing is not living, bro.
Right.
You know, and obviously you'd like living to be traveling the world, and at least for me, I'd like to be living to be traveling the world, doing hikes in fucking Mozambique or some shit like that. Like, that's what I would consider ultimately living.
Yeah.
But when I think about my ultimate living, it's not sitting around doing nothing. Because I spent a lot of my life doing that, and I realized that I wasn't happy doing that. I was more happy being busy. I'm happier being busy right now at this age and in this lifestyle that I have. Way happier than I ever was when I sat down and watched TV.
Yeah.
I still do watch some things for entertainment, though, but I mean a lot more.
To like relate to that idea that you have to be emotion. I'm not emotion a lot of times. But whenever I walk on the treadmill, let's say I do a half hour on there, right after I get off of it, my body wants to stay in motion. and it's kind of like a natural high that you get.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
my body is moving me forward right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we are meant to stay in motion, man. If
are,
this
man.
fucking planet is spinning, why aren't we moving? You
Right.
know?
Yeah, people, statistically speaking, people who are active live longer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ate terribly, though. I had like a half a Mooneys fucking mac and cheese just now.
Moonies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they what'd you get?
The Kenny Powell.
Kenny
It
Powell.
was like salami, sausage, onions, and peppers, and then mac and cheese.
I had the buffalo when I went there one time.
Dude, their mac and cheese is the best mac and cheese that I've had that's not homemade.
Yeah.
I know how to make mac and cheese. I'm good at making mac and
Did
cheese.
you get the full or the half?
I got the full.
You ate that? Oh,
I
okay.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole thing, man. Like
Yeah.
that shit is like a cardiac arrest right there.
Yeah.
That's like a whole pan of mac and cheese to yourself, man.
Pretty much. I had half of that too, so I ate half a pan of mac and cheese.
Yeah, I'd imagine I did too, man.
Yeah.
It's so easy to eat mac and cheese; it just slides right down, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, that is funny as fuck, but it's also funny because it sounds gay as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.